Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, The New Powerpuff Girls, and Archer. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Justin Cummings.
Good afternoon.
Depending on when you're listening to this, yes.
Evening slash morning slash night.
Yeah, exactly. Today, Justin and I will be doing the third in our series of simulated Survivor seasons with an animated series. Today, we'll be doing Avatar: The Last Airbender Survivor. So, if you've not seen Survivor before, just a game where I think people are generally aware of what Survivor is, even if they don't watch it. But
They know it's a thing.
yeah, you don't have to know what Survivor is really to listen to this. We'll try to explain the basics. But really, it's just us like casting a season of Survivor with Avatar characters and then playing it out up to a winner. It's going to be very interesting. We've done this so far for Steven Universe and Legend of Korra, and those are both very good. And let's get down to this. Overlyanimated.com is where you can find out everything about this podcast. And search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. So, Justin.
Yes.
Here's what I want to start today is I want to pick the location first.
Okay.
So
We did that last time.
yeah, I have an obvious contender here.
Okay.
I think the most obvious contender is Ember Island.
I'm totally okay with that. It's a very beachy location, fits a lot of Survivor themes. I'm okay with Ember Island.
It's like by far the most obvious place Survivor would go. I mean, it's not the only island in the Avatar world. Like
But the Spirit Swamp.
the Spirit. Okay, yeah, you could do Spirit Swamp. You could do like Whale Tail Island. I don't know if they ever actually went there. I think for like a second. You could do like Kyoshi Island, right? These are possibilities, but I feel like Ember Island's the obvious one.
I have no qualms with Ember
Okay,
Island.
let's go
I
on.
would be okay with that.
Next thing I want to establish is when this is taking place.
Ooh, because that actually will have a lot of impact
My proposal is after the series finale.
after the series finale.
That being said, we can bring people back to life. I'm fine. We did that before. We did that with Steven Universe. I'm up for bringing people back to life here. But like I want to like it's like which version of Aang are we getting is pretty important, right?
I think like right after the series finale.
Let's
The
do
show wrapped up and they all went to Ember Island.
like after that blog, yeah, yeah, because there's a few weeks in between,
Oh,
the whatever in that blog. But yeah, so they go from Iroh's tea shop to Ember Island to play Survivor. Okay, so we're getting like maturing and stuff, but not adulting. So that's one thing I want to establish is like we have to make sure to disconnect this from the Korra versions of the characters. These are purely the Avatar versions.
But that means that Katang is a thing.
Right. Yes, that's a factor. And Qatar are already together.
I smell a John and Jacqueline.
I mean, I certainly hope they're more interesting than them. But yes. Okay, those are the two things. So let's talk about the cast list first. Okay, so
Okay.
normally here's where we establish the format, but this time I want to change it up. I want to let's cast the season, 18 players, and then we'll figure out the theme from there.
So we're actually doing what Survivor does.
This is actually what Survivor does. They say
Except with Blood versus Water too.
that's the only exception, correct? So let's actually cast the season, and I've actually this will be faster because I've actually gone ahead and written out the characters, and I think there's 12 absolutes and then 10 maybes, and then we need to pick 6 out of the 10. So
Okay. Hit
let,
with
let
the
me
12 absolutes.
let me quickly run through the 12 that are definitely on, and you tell me if you agree.
Okay.
Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Zuko, Iroh, Azula, Mei, Ty Lee, Ozai, Zhao, and Suki. The most questionable of those 12 are Ozai and Suki, but I think it's obvious that they get on once we go through the maybes. Those are the cream of the crop from the maybes.
Okay. So Iroh was on that list, correct?
Iroh's on the list, of course.
Okay, then I like the list.
Okay. Suki, of
Wait.
course, is not, at least not my favorite, but I think
Wait, Zhao's on the list?
Zhao is, of course, on the list. I mean, come on. He's a definite. We'll see if the other villains make it, but
Okay.
so far Ozai and Zhao are our two villains, and Azula, I guess. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I guess she counts as a villain, right? But
All right, hit me with that maybe list.
so here's the maybes. It's a little rough, but let's start with Hakoda. Interesting. Jet,
Ooh.
Avatar Roku, Avatar Kyoshi, Combustion Man, Long Feng, Yue, Ko, which is not really an actual suggestion. I wrote that down, but I think Ko's not making it. Boomy, King Boomy,
Yes.
and Sozin.
Okay.
So
Could we really not think of other currently like Like, did we have to dip that into dead people?
Right, I mean,
Like half that list is dead.
I don't think we have to cast Sozin, right? I think you can cross them
No.
off. I don't think Ko is making it, so we have to pick 6 out of those 8. That's, I mean, there were less recurring characters in Avatar than I remembered. I mean, there's of course all like the minor people they bring back for the eclipse, but I don't really care about them. So, I mean, look, okay, here's
Wait, remind me who Hakoda is.
the Katara and Sokka's father, right? So,
Oh,
yeah, it seems like I have the impression that you'll be pushing for him, but
I
we'll see.
I feel there were other people we could cast, like
Well,
the
think of
Puppet
them. Who
Master.
didn't I mention that could make it? I don't think there's really anyone.
Okay, I know she was in one episode, but bring the bloodbending lady.
See, I feel like one episode is these are all multi-episode characters that I
We
mentioned.
cast Yellow Diamond.
Okay, that's true. Um, you want to bring Hana in? I
Yes.
I I don't think. Oh, okay, let's go over. Here's who I think makes it over Hana: Hakoda, Jet, Roku. I don't think Kyoshi probably makes it. You could argue that one episode characters over Kyoshi. You could argue one episode characters over Combustion Man. I think because he's such a nothing character.
He never speaks.
Long Fang I think is prominent enough, although he's not the most memorable. And then Yue I think is a definite, and King Boomy I think would also make it over Hana. So that's 6. That's all we need.
Wait, who's the Emperor?
Who's the Emperor?
Earth Kingdom.
The Earth King. Okay,
Earth King. Earth King.
we could
Yeah.
have the Earth King, Quay, I think,
I
right?
would almost pick the Earth King over Longfang.
Uh, the Earth King, I think, is more memorable because he's been in auxiliary material.
No, I haven't read any of the auxiliary. I just loved him in the show.
He'd just be
He's
so
fun.
bad.
He's
He'd be
an
so bad
idiot.
at Survivor. Are we okay? Well, first thing. Oh, I forgot to mention no animals. That's why we're not casting Appa
Bosco.
or Bosco. Correct. That's what reminded me. So let's okay. If we're gonna put the Earth King or oh, it's Hama, not Hana. Hama
Hama.
or some other one. I apologize if I make mistakes. It's been a while. And any other one episode characters on. Here's the 6 that are the most prominent: Hakoda, Jet, Roku, Longfang, Yue, and Boomy. So who are you casting anyone over? Who's the least prominent of those 6? Longfang?
I'd say Longfang.
I think Boomy is also up there.
Okay, but Boomy is so important to the show.
Boomy's you've got to cast Boomy, right?
You
So
need to.
so we're arguing over the 18th spot, basically.
Yes.
So is it Longfang, is it the Earth King, or is it a one episode character?
I'm gonna stick to Earth King. I'm gonna cut my one episode characters. They can have their own season later in my fan fiction. We're gonna stick to this. I argue Earth King over Longfang.
Uh, I mean, if you're looking in show, he's definitely more common. That's my thing. But I don't think I don't particularly want to play a season with Long Fang. He's not super prominent in my mind. I mean he's great in the show, but I feel like he'd be nothing in the game, so I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna cast Dakota, we're gonna cast Jet,
Jet.
Roku, he's back. We're gonna cast Yue, King Boomy, not Boomy from Korra, and then
Earth King.
Earth King Quay. We can EK Quay. Okay, so there's our 18. So here's what I want to do. I want to do a 3 tribe season, but I don't want to do it some theme that we've seen in the show. I want to make up like an in-universe theme.
Survivor Earth versus Water
Yeah,
versus
right.
Fire.
Something like that. But that obviously doesn't work because Aang. So
Stick Aang with Water.
why?
Because they need the help.
Okay, if we were gonna do that, right? Then
This could work.
there's probably too many Earth, I think. But we need
No?
to go 6, 6, and 6.
Yeah, let me pull up a Word doc. I got this.
Okay, so here's the water members we have. We have
Yep.
Katara, Sokka, Hakoda,
UA.
Yue, and that's it, I think.
So if we stick Aang there.
Then that would be 5. So you'd have to stick another random person there. There's a few non-affiliateds.
We could stick Jet.
Jet's Earth Kingdom. Like he's not a bender, right? But he's Earth Kingdom. There's too many Earth Kingdoms. There's Toph. Okay, there's not. There's a lot of fire.
There's Toph.
There's a lot of
No,
fire here.
there's Toph. Both kings.
Both kings, correct. Jet, and is that it? Suki, and then Suki.
Suki
That's 6.
and Jet.
That's 6. So there you
That's
go.
5.
Toph, Suki, Jet, King. That's 5. Yes, that's
Who's on fire then?
It's a lot of fire. Okay,
Give me the fire rundown.
Zuko, Iroh, Azula, Mei, Ty Lee, Ozai, Zhao, Roku.
Mei, Ty Lee. All right. It was Zuko, Iroh, Mei, Ty Lee, Azula,
Zuko, Iroh, Azula, Mei, Ty Lee, Ozai, Zhao, and Roku.
Ozai, Zhao.
That's only
I
seven,
don't.
right?
That is eight.
That's eight. That's too many. Okay.
So here's what I argue we do.
Okay.
All right. So right now we have it five on water, five on earth, eight on fire. We need to pull a survivor and make some stretches.
So here's the unaffiliated you could basically put anywhere. Ty Lee, Mei,
hmm
potentially Roku, Aang, and
I'm gonna
Suki.
I'm gonna make the argument that we keep Suki with Earth, put Ty Lee on Earth because she does, after the show is over, she became a Kyoshi
So
warrior.
Ty Lee is you can definitely make an argument Ty Lee is more Earth Kingdom when we're filming this series, right? So
Yes.
I'm fine
So
with
I'd say,
that.
all right. And then I'd say put Roku with Aang.
On the Water Tribe, Roku. I feel like Roku on the Water Tribe is the biggest stretch that we have to make here because it doesn't make any sense except that he's the Avatar and he's everything. Why is there no Air Tribe? Are we discriminatory?
Because because there's one person in
We'll
existence.
start. That's the twist. You start off with a one-person tribe, and if he loses the challenge, then he's voted out.
They already kind of did that this season.
I mean,
Or
they didn't
Julia.
start with it, but oh, you're saying Aang is Julia?
Aang is no, because I want Julia to win, but I don't want Aang to win.
What?
Because it's too OP.
Oh my goodness. I mean, don't worry. I don't think Aang's gonna win, but we'll see. Okay, so here's your proposed tribes. So we have on the Water Tribe, we have Aang for some reason. Um,
Because we found him at the South Pole in a
uh,
block of ice.
yeah, that's not convincing me. Katara, Sokka, Hakoda, Yue, and we're putting Roku here.
Yes.
On the Earth Tribe, we have Toph, Ty Lee for some reason. That one actually makes sense. Suki, uh, Jets, King Boomy, and King Pui.
Yes.
Okay, that's an interesting tribe.
And then
On the
Fire's
Fire
almost
Tribe,
one family.
on the Fire Tribe, we have Zuko. Zuko's not going to do well on this tribe. Iroh. This the villain. We found a format for the villains. I think
I know.
Zuko,
I think they'll
Iroh,
live.
Azula, Mei. Mei, you could argue, and not really. I guess I don't. Mei's not really anything. Ozai and Zhao.
Yes.
Wow, Zuko's in trouble already. Okay, so there's. I'm fine with that. Let's do this. Survivor, water versus Earth versus fire.
Zuko's not really in trouble. It's kind of half and
Yeah,
half.
that's gonna be. We'll see like an idol play or something right away. Right?
Okay.
I don't.
That's gonna be a tie. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start heading into the game. So we're going to run through every single episode pretty fast. We're going to do a random number generator for who wins immunity, which is determines which tribe goes to tribal council. They vote against each other. They vote for someone to vote off the Ember Island, and there we go. So, what's your initial assessment of these three tribes? Who are you liking in terms of strength?
In strength, I feel that the Earth Tribe is not only physically strong, but also they're gonna actually be the best when it comes to voting because the other tribes seem to have very, very defined divisions. But Earth Tribe kind of seems open a bit.
Earth tribe's interesting. Um, Water tribe, I feel like is going to get along too well, and then the fire tribe's a mess. So of course, so
Fire Tribe is actually not as sloppy as it could have been. It's really half and half.
man, where did we arrive with Zuko and May at the that was we're pro Zuko and May at the moment, right?
Yes,
So yes,
they're
that
angstily in love.
this could have been bad if this took place at a different point in the series. Okay, so here we go. The first challenge. Who is going to tribal council? Three tribes. So we're gonna just two of them will win immunity, and going to tribal council is the Water tribe to start
Oh
off.
no!
Okay,
All right,
here
how does this go?
what are the initial alliances? Obviously, Aang and Katara are inseparable. Sokka probably wants to go with his sister and Hakoda. That being said, Yue has suddenly been brought back to life, so I feel like Yue and Sokka are going to be inseparable.
She rules over the sky with lunar goodness.
No, but she's not anymore. She's
She
now.
rules over Sokka with lunar goodness.
Now I feel like Sokka is literally never gonna betray her or be capable of voting her out because she's back. What? But wait, but Suki's in the game too, but not on this tribe. So is Sokka like
Do we
nope?
have a love triangle going
Is
on here?
Sokka like no? I'm with Suki now, but Yue's here, so I don't know what happens.
I I feel like he's not gonna be like, "Oh, Yue, I love you. Let's go get married on Ember Island," but he's not gonna vote her out.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, this is it's awkward. He might not yeah be with her romantically to start, but definitely not voting her out. So the odd man out here is Avatar Roku. But like, is Aang going to be able to vote Roku out?
How are they together at all?
Don't worry about that. How are Steven and Rose together at all, right?
I question you on that too.
So I don't know. I think Roku's the obvious vote here. What's
Yeah.
Roku's counter move? Does he care? I don't think Roku cares about this game that much.
Roku's counter moves to write a haiku.
Okay, Roku's gone. First boot, Avatar Roku. That's good. Let's go to the Tribal Council next. The Earth Tribe will be voting someone out.
Now this is gonna be fun.
Okay, so what initial alliances do you see on the Earth Tribe?
Here's my theory. It's it's gonna be Team Boomy versus Team King Kwai.
Why wouldn't they get along?
Because who's king of the beach?
I don't know if either cares that much about being king.
I think they're both crazy enough they would do it.
They're definitely both crazy enough. So what's okay?
I feel
So
like Boomy would rally his troops of.
Tylee and Suki are a pair.
hmm
Uh,
Actually, no, now that I'm thinking about it, I
Toph
don't know how many.
Toph is with who? Who does Toph like on this tribe?
Who does Toph? I can't remember. Does Toph like the Earth King or Boomy more?
Did Toph even ever meet the Earth? Did Toph ever meet Boomy? I'm not sure. This is again. I'm sorry if we're inaccurate here. If they did, it was like a throwaway, right? So I don't know.
I'm calling Toph, Earth King, and Jet. Because at this point, we think Jet is dead. So, new man.
So what's Jet? Jet is another character that is very different throughout the series' history. Where's Jet right now?
Dead.
Okay, no, because he's playing Survivor. So
No, oh, that's what I mean. It's the last time we saw him, he was
no,
brainwashed. So
no.
we don't know
Okay,
what he's like anymore.
okay, true.
We can
But
kind of build our
so
own
is
Jet.
Jet coming back? Well, I mean, Longfang certainly tried to do that. So are we coming back with brainwashed Jet? Are we coming back with super paranoid Jet? Are we coming back with super anti-bender Jet? Are we coming back with friendly? He made up with Katara and everything's okay now, Jet.
We're gonna go with happy ending Jet. Like everything's good now.
Right. So if he just never got brainwashed and yeah, so they made up and everything's okay. So Jet's probably cool with Toph. Although Toph was
Shocked.
really suspicious of Jet, right, in those episodes.
Well, for good reason.
So I don't know if Toph's super cool with working with Jet. Toph would like Boomy, of course. I feel like Toph and Boomy might be a pair. And
Are
Jet,
you saying voting units?
no, not of course not. One thing I wanted to mention, I see no players here who, unlike Korra, where I saw several players who would be like really good. I don't necessarily see anyone here who's going to be incredibly good at Survivor. There's a lot of smart people, but
Yeah.
I don't see the right combination of like,
Iroh.
but I think Ira's going to be too nice. Like, I don't see the right combination of cutthroatedness with intelligence with like social ability. With
But I could see Iroh basically being JT and just
yeah, sure, that
people
could
letting
happen.
him get to the
I
end.
could see that happening. But like, I don't know. My fave Katara, like, I don't know if she'll be super good at Survivor, unlike a few core characters, right? So we'll see. Because I feel like Katara just I don't know. I don't know if Katara. I guess Katara is competitive though, so that might come out here. But but in the series when Katara was competitive, she wasn't like subtle or particularly like good at what she was being competitive about.
No.
Right, so that might not be good. So we have Toph and Boomy, we have Tylee and Suki. Where's Quay going? Where's Jet going? And will the Toph and Boomy alliance hook up with the Kyoshi Warrior alliance?
I think they will. I think we'll see that four against Earth King and Jet.
Um, hmm. Yeah, I could see Quay not fitting in, and Jet, I feel like, doesn't have any ins with this group.
hmm
Okay, so who are we voting out first? Probably
The
Quay.
Yeah.
So
I love him, but
you lobbied to get him on the season just to vote him out immediately.
I can't fight for him. It's so hard.
Okay, Kawhi's gone. No big loss there. I'm sorry to say, but he definitely wasn't We mentioned earlier how he wasn't going to be good in the game. He makes for some oblivious. It's like a super big blindside, even though it's obvious to everyone. It's a good episode because of that. And let's go to Tribal Council again. And the Water Tribe is going back to Tribal Council.
No.
We really want to see this Fire Tribe. Really hope they don't win out, although they're very strong, so they might. Okay.
What are we doing about idols this season?
Let's
We'll probably establish that soon.
Let's find one after this episode, sure.
Okay.
So we have Aang and Katara. Sokka's there too, Hakoda, and then Yue. So
It's one big happy family.
Yue is the obvious one to go here, right?
Will Sokka let them vote out Yue?
I think they just here's the plan. You just don't tell Sokka, and you just do 3-2. You do 3-1-1 or something. Like Sokka just throws a vote at his dad, and like whatever. Well, so do Aang, Katara, and Yue think, or do Aang, Katara, and Hakoda think of that? Who's the strategic mastermind behind this alliance?
Aang, which is not a good sign.
Yeah, but I don't think Aang would think of this.
Exactly.
I'm a big Aang fan, but
I feel Aang would tell Sokka though.
Aang is not. This is not Aang's game. He would tell Sokka, right? So, I think Katara is not. Yeah. So I think this plan could blow up. So what happens if it blows up? Who gets backlash? Does Yue stage a rebellion against Hakoda?
Did they try to take out Hakoda or did they try to take out Katara?
Well, how do you take out Katara?
Easy. If Sokka is able, think about it. Who is Sokka's going to be mad at? His dad, who he absolutely adores, or his sister, who he frequently fights with?
I don't think he's voting. I mean, I guess.
He's going to vote Katara over Hakoda, I think.
I think he'd vote Aang over either of them.
Would he?
I mean, feelings for Aang are very high after the series finale. So, see, I feel like Sokka's not retaliating. I think Sokka's just throwing a vote somewhere, so we have to plan around that. So, like, Yue says, okay, I know Sokka's voting for whoever he's voting for, and I know Aang and Katara are voting for.
Do they try to grab in Hakoda and take out the power couple early?
See, I don't think Hakoda's going to do that. I don't see why he would do that to.
Because they're a power couple.
But is Hakoda really cutthroat in this game? I mean,
he's a general.
Aang just saved the world, and his daughter is together with him, right? So I don't know if that's happening.
They've had their happy moment. Now it's his turn.
Do you really see Hakoda as cutthroat like that? I don't.
Let me fight for this.
I don't see it happening.
So who goes?
I mean, there's no way to. This tribe is so nothing. There's just no. Sokka, I feel like, is kind of also a straight. Let's throw Sokka in here. He's also a strategist, right? And he thinks he's some great strategist. But the problem is he likes everyone here, so I don't know what he's doing.
You know, we could have just made Aang host of the show and saved all of
we
us
could.
so much.
We're just voting Yue out here. I think Sokka feels like this is a good way to make sure he doesn't cheat on Suki, right? So that's the rationale. Let's vote Yue out.
All right, now idle time.
Yue is now gone back to being the moon. Okay, so there are how many players left in the game?
15.
There's 15. So we're going to roll for the idol. We'll determine at that point if that person would be looking for the idol. 12, 15, 14, 13, 12. Azula would definitely be looking for the idol.
She needs it.
That's great. I love this. Azula has the idol. If Azula wins the game, this is going to be great. Okay.
To briefly explain the idol, if you go to Tribal Council, before the votes are read, you can play your idol, which means you're safe, and any votes cast against you no longer count, and whoever has the next highest number goes home instead.
Yeah. So it's very powerful, but also like if a bad player has it, then it doesn't matter. So should we roll again for the other tribes?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do one for tribe.
Okay.
Because there are 3 hidden.
So we have 9. Let's just do one more idol, and then we'll determine at some point. So let's roll 1 to 9 for the other 2 tribes and see who gets it on what tribe. Sokka gets an idol. I can buy that.
Yeah.
I think Sokka would just be parading around the island with his machete, destroying trees, much to the chagrin of the producers, and then he finds the idol.
Yeah.
Okay, Sokka is the idol. Sokka could be dangerous in this game. So let's roll for Tribal Council again. I really hope it's not Water Tribe going again. It is the Earth Tribe again.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, again, Fire Tribe. Too much of a powerhouse here. So we're probably going to switch after this vote.
We need to.
Because one tribe hasn't gone to Tribal Council. So we have, there's a natural vote here to vote out Jet. So what's Jet's counter move?
Grab the Kyoshi Warriors. Form a
So
non-bender alliance.
form a non. Ooh. Can Jet succeed with that? Do Tylee and Suki want to betray Boomy and Toph?
I don't think Tylee or Suki are close enough to Boomy or Toph.
I'm trying to remember if either one cares about Toph.
Toph and Suki are okay together, but I don't think it's like we're BFFs.
Do they?
She would. I think if Suki's voting any member of Team Avatar, it's Toph.
Yeah, I also think Suki. I mean, I think that the path of least resistance for Jet in this point is to flip and vote out Boomy. So that way you
Yeah.
don't have to like try to convince them moralistically about Toph, right? So
Mhm.
it's either that or Jet goes home. Does Jet have the fight in him too?
I think so. I think Jet's at his best when he's on his own. When like his back's against the wall, I think that's when he's at his
Okay,
best.
so Jet takes Suki and Tylee to vote out Boomy.
Hmm.
Okay, Boomy is our next person voted out. So we've had four of the randos here voted out. So that's good. So we're gonna switch tribes because the Fire tribe is too OP apparently.
All right, tribe swap.
So how do we want to do the tribe swap? We just want to randomly assign. Okay, so what are we switching the tribes to?
I think the way we should do it this time, because there's 14 people left,
Yeah,
so 7 to 7. I'd say we just.
we can just
Um,
random it, but what are the tribe names? Because they can't be water, earth, fire anymore. I mean that's how it works on Survivor, but
well, no, but they drop because they originally they would have been like water, earth, and fire, but they would have had an actual
oh yeah,
name.
yeah. Okay, so what's their actual names? It's like players, and what's another attribute of Ember Island? uh,
Um, Dancers.
is that a thing?
I don't know.
What's
Is it?
what's okay? What are two Fire Nation animals? Dragons and
Let's
uh.
let's do the Roaring Dragons.
Okay, we don't need the adjective. We can do dragon tribe versus
I grew up total drama. I want the adjective.
what's the other tribe? What's another Fire Nation animal? Like
No,
the
wait.
yeah, the rhino things that they fight with. What are those called?
Is it a Rhinodillo or is that something else I'm thinking of?
No, it's like I don't remember. This is too
Maybe
far back.
it's Dillo.
We could do. Let's quickly Google this Fire Nation. It's like their those things that they bring to the Northern Water Tribe in
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, like they're rhino somethings. We'll figure this out. There's a fauna in the world of the Avatar. That's a nice article on the Avatar wiki. Yeah?
We need it.
I'm being sarcastic.
We need it. Hey, I have used that for fan fiction. Do not put it down.
That's definitely the main usage. Okay, we have a bunch of animals here. Oh, right. So there's messenger hawks, of course. There's the thing Zuko got, right? Or was that? No, that was in the Earth Kingdom. Komodo rhinos. Yeah, that's the most prominent one to me. Komodo rhinos. Okay, dragons versus Komodo rhinos. So
Okay.
let's quickly assign one or two to every character.
Well, I think that what we should do is instead have each player, because they're already marked 1 through 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if we just do that 7 times, because last time we ended up with like a whole tribe being filled first. So instead, let's just assign 7 to the first tribe, and then the rest become the other.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. So yeah, that's a good idea. So 1 to 14. I mean, it doesn't really work because then you have to take out a number if you repeat
Well,
it.
yeah.
So on the dragon tribe is 14, who is Zhao, appropriate. 4, who is Hakoda. Would they get along?
No,
No.
they're literally opposite generals.
10, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Iroh. This is the old man tribe. 9, Zuko. Ooh, they stay together.
Who else?
That's probably bad for Iroh's game, or for Iroh's game. Ozai. It's just a repeat of the Fire Tribe.
Who?
May. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. We'll be joining them. So that's 12 again. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2. No, we already had Zuko. Okay. We already had Iroh. And Aang. Oh god, that's not good. Okay. So then on the Komodo Rhinos tribe, we have Katara, Sokka, a lot of the Earth tribe, right? And then
All right, so that's Katara.
it's all of the Earth tribe: Toph, Tylee, Suki, Jet, and then Azula.
Wow.
So all of the Earth tribe stays together.
And there's now two idols on the Komodo Rhino tribe.
Right. So transferring over Sokka and Azula both have idols. Okay, let's go to tribal council again. Should we find? So let's say that the
Should Dragon find an idol?
dragon is the Earth Beach or something. So let's do 1 to 7 for getting an idol for them. May. I think May would get an idol.
Maywood.
Yeah, May might be lazy, but she might just be like she also could be isolated and have a lot of time away from everyone. Okay,
Her confessional would be great. Yeah, I was walking. I found an idol today. Whatever.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. She would not be good TV. Okay, the Dragon Tribes who on your tribal council.
Okay.
So
Wow.
here's who we got. Let's refresh who's on the Dragon Tribe. Zhao, Hakoda, Iroh, Zuko, Ozai, Mei, and Aang.
Okay.
Okay, so you got yeah, so this is not good for the villains because you got Hakoda, Iroh, Zuko, and Aang. That's 4.
And May.
And potentially Mei because she flipped, right? So against Zuko and Ozai. Zhao is against Zhao and Ozai. There's no way for them to come back, right? Who do they try to flip?
Could Fire try to rally together?
But like, what's the argument really? Like, is post finale Zuko and Iroh really gonna flip to Ozai? No, never.
Well. Okay. At this point, Ozai's harmless.
He is harmless, true.
But here's the thing: if they can keep Fire together, then they know that come Final Tribal, because they're smart people. They'll know come Final Tribal, there's gonna end up being Fire on the. If they get like an all Fire Final Five, they won't have to worry about jury votes really.
I mean, it makes sense in game to stick Fire together and then to try to hook up with
does.
Zula again post. Yeah, but I mean, so the question is, will Mei, Zuko, and Iroh do that? I don't think they do. I think they're blinded by the good side. I think everyone loves Aang right now.
But I think May is smart enough to realize that you want to sit in the final three with Xiao and Ozai.
Are
That
we
is the
gonna?
best thing
May is in a great
possible.
spot here. Are we gonna start the? Are we trying to build up strategic May?
You know what? Let's do it. Let's build May.
Okay, so what's May's
What's
move?
on
If
it?
May says going with the good guys is a bad thing here. May says Zuko, we're gonna flip. Um,
May goes to Zuko and says, "Hey, Aang will win this game if we do not take him out. No one at the end will not vote for Aang."
so again, I don't think this is the same thing as before in the Earth Tribe. I don't think Zuko's gonna flip on Aang here. I think Zuko could flip on someone like Hakoda though.
I think that's.
I'm
I
obviously
can
I'm
see May saying flip on Aang,
I'm
Zuko saying no, let's do Hakoda.
yeah, I'm a big proponent of the path of least resistance when flipping with someone. Like,
Yeah,
so I think that you can definitely Hakoda's the one to try to flip on here. So and then you take Iroh, and Iroh's probably fine with that. And I guess you tell Ozai and Zhao who's the go between to those two.
I think
May can just talk to them.
I
Shit.
think May.
Yeah. So we're saying Hakoda's voted out here. Aang is blindsided.
Yep.
Okay, Hakoda gone. Um, I think that's fine.
So
That's
then
We're
one
building
more
we're
vote.
building up a really bad post merge here, but that's okay.
No, we're not. We're building up a great post
Okay, the
merge.
Komodo Rhinos are going to tribal council.
All right.
Katara, Sokka, Toph, Ty Lee, Suki, Jet, Azula.
Yes.
Katara and
I see.
Sokka, and then Toph are going to be together. Ty Lee and Suki and Jet are together.
Literally everyone wants Azula gone, but Azula has
But Azula's the swing vote too because we have
Ooh.
2 threesomes: Katara, Sokka, Toph. Because remember, Ty Lee, Suki, and Jet just turned on Toph.
Mm-hmm.
So Ty Lee, Suki, and Jet are another threesome. But Suki's going back to Sokka, so no, that's irrelevant. Dang it! I thought we had Azula swing vote here, but come on, Suki's going back to Sokka. Suki and Ty Lee are saying screw Jet. We're going with those. So there are 5 now with Jet and Azula on the outs.
And I think they'd vote Azula before they vote. Especially Katara will vote Azula before she votes. Actually, Katara hates them both. No, she pities Jet.
Katara's okay with Jet at this point, right? That's what we
Yeah.
established.
Yeah,
So
we established that's fine.
I think they try to vote Azula, right? So what's
Is
Azula's
Azula,
counterplay other than the idol? What's Azula's counterplay?
is Azula smart enough to realize they're coming for her, or is she so cocky she
She's
thinks she's
she's
safe?
so dense and cocky. So that's a problem. But so Azula's perception. So Azula's who does Azula think she's with at the very least? That she thinks she's with like
She probably thinks she's with Jet.
Jet. She thinks she's the swing vote into the Jet Suki Ty Lee alliance.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
You think Azula goes home with an idol? I don't think she's a good survivor player.
I feel like Okay, how long is Azula really going to hold on to the idol? Like, how long can she keep herself from playing it and laughing maniacally?
That's true.
It's the last vote probably before the merge. It's a great time to play it, especially if you know you're on the outs. She's the only one from her tribe.
Might not merge after this, but yeah, I mean, if Azula follows Survivor, she's thinking we're merging. But
And Azula's such like a game freak. I feel she would do it.
okay, so who's Azula and Jet targeting? It's either Toph, Sokka, or Katara.
It's Azula. She's going to target Katara.
Why is Azula going to target Katara?
Because she
Is it
hates
because
Katara.
of the
Did you see it?
finale?
Yes.
Is Jet okay? That's my thing though. Is Jet okay with that? Because Jet likes Katara.
Even if he's not, if it's five against them, the worst thing that happens is it's a 1-1
It's a
tie.
1-1 tie, and then everyone revotes, and then oh wait, well, okay, we'll get in. We could get into that, but I think that they're going to cohesively vote because remember, Azula and Jet think they're with Suki and Ty Lee. So who would the plan be if it were Suki and Ty Lee voting? I think it might be to take out Toph.
Yeah. Because I think Suki likes Katara too much.
Yeah. So the plan would be to take out Toph. Would Azula and Jet follow the plan? I think Jet would. Would Azula?
I don't think she would have an issue with it.
Sure. Okay. So are we saying that we vote 5 votes on Azula? She plays the idol, and Toph goes home.
Yes.
Is that fair to people, to Toph fans listening?
It's it's tough, but that's the way the game goes.
Survivor's not a fair game. Also, I don't think that. I mean, I don't think Toph's winning the game.
No.
She would dominate the blindfold challenge, though. when
Okay, that's not fair, but yes, she would.
that would not be fair. Yeah. Okay, Toph's going home. That's not good.
They would put shoes on her.
They would put shoes on her. That's her blindfold. Yeah. Okay. We're not merging. The Komodo rhinos are going back to tribal council. Okay.
Wait, we're not merging at 12?
No, I don't want to merge yet because I think that I don't think you need to merge here because I think we have even tribes. Let's like one went and then another one went, and these tribes are kind of interesting. So let's.
Okay.
So the Komodo rhinos are going back. Is this an easy vote out of Azula now?
I want her to play well. I really do, but yeah.
I don't see any. I don't see any outs. Right? Katara, Sokka, Suki, and then I mean Ty Lee's not going back to Azula. So okay, Azula's gone here. Now do we want to merge? Do we want to merge at 11 or 10?
Let's do what they did this season. Do a merge at 11 and then final two, non-person jury.
Well, we can see. Rumblings that the season's gonna actually be a final 3, despite it making no sense number wise.
It makes no sense day wise. Like if you look at what day they're on.
Yeah, so
I am so confused.
we're going into the last episode of the final 4 of the season, and they might actually just do a final 3, which is dumb. But okay, let's merge here. We have our merged tribe is a lot of people.
It's 11.
Hard. I'm writing them down one next to each other.
Ah.
So we have Zhao, Iroh, Zuko, Mei. Zhao has made the merge. Oh my god. How did that happen?
Carefully.
Because no one targets him because no one cares. Zhao, Iroh, Zuko, Ozai, Mei, Aang, Katara, Sokka, Ty Lee, Suki, and Jet are a merged tribe. And Sokka and Mei have idols.
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Who's winning individual immunity out of the 11? It is Ozai. Okay, sure.
Wow.
Ozai would probably be the target here, so that's very good for him.
Wow.
Okay, what are our factions post merge here?
Team Avatar.
Right.
They join for or Zuko's still with the whole fire.
Right. So we had the Mei Rebellion. Okay, so here's who's together. Definitely Aang, Katara, Sokka, Suki, Ty Lee.
How tight is Ty Lee, or would Ty Lee go back
Ty
to
Lee
Mei
could
and Zuko?
flip, but for now, Ty Lee's with them. Ty Lee
Okay.
could flip. And on the other side, you have definitely have Ozai, Zhao together, and you potentially have the Mei Rebellion joining them. So the question is, does Mei have enough control over Zuko, Iroh? What are Zuko, Iroh doing here post merge?
If she brings in Ty Lee, they could run the game.
They could. Depends where Jet is, but
Even with Jet, it's 11 people. If it's Zhao, Iroh, Zuko, Ozai, Mei, Ty Lee, that's 6. That's enough.
that is enough. Bring me your torch. That's
I want to say that I hope they're smart enough to do that. And I feel that if Toph was still in the game, things would go very, very differently because Iroh and Toph.
oh, that's a good point. Toph would change the dynamics. I do think Mei wants to go with the Fire Nation side. I like how this is just turned into villains versus good guys.
I almost said let's just do heroes versus villains, but this is almost even better.
It worked out for once. So we have Zhao, Ozai, Mei. I think Mei flips Ty Lee. Okay.
May definitely grabs Ty Lee.
Zuko, Iroh.
Hmm.
Where are they doing?
I think the easiest vote is Jet.
Do you think they? So Jet's in the middle. You think everyone just says, "Okay, we'll
Actually,
come together and vote for the swing vote"? Jet could go with the Fire Nation side, but Jet really hits the Fire Nation. So I actually think Jet goes with Team Avatar here.
but are Ty Lee, but are they mad at Jet because Jet got rid of Toph and Boomy?
It doesn't matter. Jet's just not going to go with the Fire Nation side. That's just not in his character.
I could see everyone voting Jet.
I could see that too. Okay, let's do that. The merge vote is Jet. We're punting on who's in control here. Everyone just votes Jet. And we're going back here. Suki wins immunity.
Yeah,
Sure.
I see that.
I think anyone here could win immunity. So we have Aang, Katara, Sokka, and Suki.
It's 4 against 6 now.
In order for those to go home, everyone else has to go together. So you have Ozai, Zhao, Mei, and Ty Lee. And again, Zuko and I. So Zuko and I are the swing votes, mirroring the show. What are they going to do here? Is Iroh? So here's the moral debate for Iroh. Like, how much does Iroh care about the game? Like, is he really gonna go against the obvious good guys here to go back with his like evil brother and evil dead admiral?
Well, I think he knows it's a game.
Is the Mei and Ty Lee? He's probably likes Mei and Ty Lee. Is that enough to sway him to that side?
So especially, I think Iroh knows at this point. Zhao will not win the game. Ozai will not win the game.
Definitely not.
If Mei, Zuko, or Ty Lee will win the game. And I think Iroh likes all three of them enough that he would stay with Ozai and Zhao just so those three can win.
Okay, that's the initial move. What's the counter play by Aang, Katara, Sokka, and Suki? Probably led by
Katara. Katara gently caresses Zuko's face and tries to sway him over.
Forbidden on this podcast.
I'm not saying he falls for it.
You think Katara would try that? I don't think Katara would try that. Not post finale.
I think Sokka would say, "Use your womanly charms."
Sokka would say that. That's true.
In that voice.
What's Sokka's play here? Ty Lee likes Sokka.
I mean, kinda, but Sokka's with Suki, and probably all smoochy.
Where did we leave off? Oh, okay. Where did we leave off on this with Ty Lee and Sokka? I don't think we
find Sokka cute, but
I don't think we addressed it at the end.
I think they just kind of let it be.
Yeah, that could be that's a factor though.
It is, but especially Suki. But Suki didn't have immunity. I could see Ty Lee wanting her gone.
To get in with Sokka, I could see that. Okay, so that's more reason for Ty Lee to go with the Fire Nation alliance. So we're back to Zuko and Iroh.
I think that Iroh sticks with it, knowing that it's not going to be Iroh.
Who's the target here for the Fire Nation? Who's Mei want to target?
I think Mei wants to target Katara. Because Katara is the genius out of that group, besides Suki.
Does Mei want to target Sokka? No.
It's not going to be smart enough to play as idol.
No, I mean, I don't think. Okay, we say they could target Katara. I'm fine with that. So what's the counterplay here? They try to get Zuko and Iroh back. Is it successful?
I don't see why it would be. Like, I don't see Iroh especially.
We have a chance here to prevent all the people listening from hating this podcast because it's just a Fire Nation. This is
you know what? We have to have our Survivor Thailand eventually. That one season that everybody hates, even though strategically it makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so
it's gotta happen.
So we're just voting out Katara here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They cannot all be Australian outback.
It's the Mei. It's the Mei factor. Mei is dominating the game right now.
Hashtag Mei is Brian Heideck.
One of the greatest winners ever.
Yes.
He is. Yeah. Okay. Who's winning immunity next? So.
You tell me.
It is Suki again.
Wow.
Challenge beast. Okay. So.
That complicates.
Aang, Sokka, Suki. I think they want to vote Suki out here, but no.
They can't.
So you target Aang.
Do you target Aang or Sokka?
And you could target Sokka.
I could see Ozai wanting Aang gone. Just, makes sense that Ozai would want to get rid of the man who took
Yeah, I
his
think
passing
Ozai
away.
would go to Aang. I mean, Ozai is just such a non-factor. It's really May running the show. Um, what's Aang and Sokka's counterplay and Suki?
I don't. I feel like once Iroh and Zuko go with the others, they're not gonna flip.
I mean, you could flip Ty Lee back. I think Suki could potentially flip Ty Lee back. We forgot that they're Kyoshi warriors now.
I know, but Ty Lee literally grew up with May and actually liked May, unlike Azula.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she looked up. It's weird. It's a weird dynamic they had.
I don't know. I think that they might just stay together. I mean, it makes so like you just have two goats with you. It just makes so much sense to stay with that route.
Exactly.
So,
Do they end up?
so you try to get rid of Sokka.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Does Sokka play the idol?
one does Sokka play the idol? Two, who's Aang voting for?
I think. Yeah. Who does Aang, Sokka, and Suki vote for?
You could just vote for Ozai.
Yeah, that seems smart. Vote for Ozai.
I mean, you could vote for May, but like, do they realize it's May running the show here? I think May is playing a subtle game.
Honestly, I think they see Ozai and they assume it's him.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so they vote Sokka. Sokka plays the idol. Ozai goes home.
Okay.
Okay,
I believe it.
there we go. That also shakes up the game because you lose a goat, and it's potentially. So we have how many left? 8 left.
Yes.
Are we gonna find another idol, or we just want to stick?
Yeah, let's find another idol.
Okay, so out of the 8, who's finding the idol? It is May finds a second idol.
It happened
It happened twice
last
on.
season.
Okay, May is in a very good position to win the game. Let's.
Wait, are super idols in effect this season?
No super idols. It's too,
Okay,
too stupid.
But May could just
May could just literally win the game. Okay. Zhao wins immunity. Yes.
Yes.
Zhao wins. Okay.
Suki's gone. I'm sorry. Suki is gone.
So what's the Aang Sokka? So does this change Iroh and Zuko because they don't have a? I think it's not clear that this is the preferred strategic path to going with the Fire Nation anymore. You only have one goat.
True, but we don't know if it's the final 2 or 3 yet. Like, we don't even know.
We don't even know either. Yeah, we'll have to decide.
And I feel at this point though, it's almost because I mean, look who's on the jury right now. So the jury started at 11, right?
Yeah, we have Jet, Katara, and Ozai on the jury. I'm keeping track.
All right. Katara is voting for Aang or Sokka. She is not voting for anybody from the Fire Nation. Jet will never vote for someone from the Fire Nation.
Yeah, true. There's
Aang.
two. Yeah.
So,
May is still on.
and
Yeah.
if it keeps going, you need to have 3 Fire Nation at the end. Otherwise, none of them are winning.
Okay.
So I think at this point, they must stick together.
Will Ty Lee vote for Suki?
Yes, Ty Lee wants Suki gone so she can have Sokka.
Yeah, but remember they're Kyoshi warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll vote Suki out. That's fine. I think it makes sense here.
Also, she's a challenge beast.
She won 2 challenges. You have to vote her out now. Okay.
She's the Tyson Apostle of the season. Win 2, lose 1. They say, why not Suki? And they do it.
She's not the Tyson Apostle of the season. No.
Tolkien's Tyson Apostle.
Sure, the bumbling Tyson, not the good Tyson. Okay. Iroh wins immunity.
Yes.
Okay. So 7. This is the big number.
This is the vote.
This is where we are right now at the season.
It's gonna be so great.
I mean, probably not. It's probably just going to be Julia or.
It's not
Jason.
gonna be Julia.
I know she's my favorite too, but like it makes the most sense to go after her or Ty. Anyway, so who's the tie of the season? I think Iroh is the tie of the season, obviously.
I think May is the tie of the season.
No,
somehow.
May is the
Then
good.
who's
May's the strategic. May's the Aubrey,
Aubrey.
of the season. Yeah. Okay. So Zhao, Iroh, Zuko, May, Aang, Sokka, and Ty Lee.
Yes.
Goes
Aang or Sokka.
What's the play here? So what's the anti-May play, and who's going to make it? May is very in control right now. Is Iroh or Zuko going to make the anti-May play, or is Ty Lee going to make the anti-May play?
See, again, though, I think Fire Nation has to stick together. I know I hate a Pagong as much as you do, but
Again, you have to stick together, but they're going to lose to May, so you do have to vote her out. And 7 is one of the opportune times to do it. 5 is also a good time, but it's potentially going after May makes sense here.
would May... who would go after May? Would Zuko flip on May?
No.
Would Iroh flip on his nephew's sweetheart?
Yes.
Why?
Why not? He flipped on Aang. He can flip on anyone at this point.
Yeah. Except Zuko.
I don't really. I mean, who do you I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, either way, I think May's going to figure out if people are targeting her.
And she'll play an
She's
idol
two
of
idols,
two.
and Seven's like
Seven is the
Tyson
number.
once said you should always play your idol at Final Seven.
To me, if you have an idol, you play it at 7. If you don't have one
I
till
think
after that, you play it at
May
5.
might be playing it anyway. So
You have to.
um okay. So is Iroh flipping to go with Aang, Sokka, Ty Lee to get the majority?
Yes.
Oh, Ty Lee's still with May though, right?
Yes.
Aang, so there's not a majority. It's just three. Aang,
If he
Iroh,
takes Zuko with him.
but Zuko's not flipping on May.
At this point, I think we've backed ourselves into a Pagonging corner.
So okay, everyone's voting Aang.
Yes.
Okay, Aang's out at 7.
Sokka, please win immunity. Just for something to happen.
At 6. I mean, Sokka's a vote at this point. Sokka could finagle something. Iroh wins again. Okay.
Okay.
What do you do here?
What does Sokka do? If you're Sokka,
You need 4 or 3 to force a tie. A 6 is really not a good spot.
you could sweet talk Ty Lee.
Yeah, you could try to get Ty Lee. And you could try
And
to
if
get
he gets-
Iroh. You could Zhao is kind of a free agent at this point.
I feel
By the way, it's 6 left and Zhao's still in the game. Just wondering.
he's our goat though. That's
He's just
okay.
he's the goat. So
It's okay for a goat to be there.
Is Zhao gonna what's Zhao's play? Because he is a admiral, remember. So I think he is strategic, and
Does Sokka grab
he is a
Ty
war
Lee?
mastermind. So what's Zhao's counterplay here? Zhao, I think, might try to vote out May.
I think.
Zhao grabs Sokka.
Wait. May did not play an idol, right?
No, May didn't need to play an idol. Everyone. So May still has 2 idols.
She has 2 idols.
So what's the last time to
That's
play an
6.
idol? 5 or 4?
5.
5. Okay, so she's
So
just gonna play idol. So, but they don't know she is idol. So okay, Zhao grabs Sokka,
Sokka.
Iroh, and Ty Lee and votes May, and then May and Zuko vote Sokka, and then May idols Sokka out of the game.
Yes.
Okay,
May
so
is down to 1 idol.
May's down to 1 idol. Zhao's rebellion failed,
Sokka takes 6th place.
and 5 left.
5 left. Okay, so who's left? Zhao, Iroh, Zuko,
May, and Ty. What a crowd pleasing finals.
I like this.
This is an all Fire Nation final
so
5.
much.
Ty Lee wins immunity.
Yes.
Okay, so Zhao's rebellion failed. It's outright war now.
It's basically Zuko and May against everybody else.
And I think that they vote again to try to take out May because she's just obviously going to win if she gets to the end. So you try to vote out May here.
Right. So you think Zuko, or you think Zhao, Iroh, and Ty Lee again vote May?
Yeah, but
Who do May and Zuko vote for?
That's
Ty Lee, Zhao, or
if you want to vote for the
Zuko's
orchestrator.
not voting Iroh.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you want to vote for the orchestrator of the rebellion, you vote for Zhao, but he's such a goat. So I think you might just vote Ty Lee here.
You can't.
Ty Lee won immunity, so we vote Zhao out. Dang it!
No, Zhao, you
gone
were
at
so
5.
close.
Okay, 4. So is this a final 3 or a final 2?
We do need to decide.
We've had no medevacs. I think a final 3 is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is final immunity.
If May's probably gone here if she doesn't win. But Zuko, we could do a fire making because Zuko may not betray her. Iroh, Zuko, May, and Ty Lee. What a final 4.
Wow.
The winner of immunity is Iroh. Iroh is guaranteed to be in the finals.
Iroh just won the game.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
I
I think
about
Iroh may
that.
have just won the game.
Okay, so what's happening here?
Okay.
They try to vote out May here?
Well, even if they do, Zuko's sticking with May.
Can Iroh and Ty Lee pull Zuko away? That's a weird anti-May alliance. Ty Lee and May are best friends. Does May pull Ty Lee back in to vote out Iroh? Nope, can't vote Iroh. So what does anyone even do here?
What is this final? I think Zuko and May vote Ty Lee. Iroh and Ty Lee vote May. Fire making contest between May and Ty Lee. Flip a coin. And that's
Iroh and Ty Lee, Zuko and May vote Ty Lee. Yeah, they have to. But does May want to vote out Zuko here? Because I think if May tries to vote out Zuko, I think you can probably convince.
I could see May voting out Zuko. Actually, that's something.
Would Ty Lee and Iroh go along with that? No, they wouldn't. So, I think May's only players to vote Ty Lee.
Mm-hmm.
But May's really want to betray Ty Lee. Like, did Ty Lee vote? Yeah, Ty Lee could try to vote out Zuko. Iroh is not. There's no. Yeah, it has to be a 2-2. That's the only thing that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
2 votes on May, 2 votes on Ty Lee. Because,
right.
I mean, no, couldn't you get 2 on Zuko from May? If May and Ty Lee voted together, you could get 2 on Zuko.
And then Iroh and
Zuko vote Ty Lee.
wait a minute, it's more complicated than that.
Why? Because Ty Lee
Zuko and
has
May.
no. Ty Lee
Zuko.
has immunity. Well, no, Iroh.
No, Iroh. Here's what happens.
Okay.
Iroh thinks he's with Ty Lee. Zuko thinks he's with May. May and Ty Lee agree to vote Zuko.
Mm-hmm.
Zuko thinks him and May are voting Ty Lee. Iroh thinks him and Ty Lee are voting May. It's two Zuko, one May,
Two
one
one
Ty Lee.
one.
Yes.
Is this in May and Ty Lee's best interests?
Yes.
Because they otherwise they would both be getting 2 votes.
Because
Yeah.
I feel that Aang, Katara, Sokka, they would all vote Zuko because he is kind of Team Avatar-ish.
Okay. All the fangirls are crying at this point. I think it makes sense for May and Ty Lee because otherwise they would have to do a 50-50 fire making challenge at this point.
Exactly.
Tiebreaker. So
They know that they're on the chopping
it's a
block.
2-1-1 at 4. I don't think this has ever happened in Survivor history, but Zuko goes home at 4 from a 2-1-1. Okay.
I want to Google that now.
I doubt that's happened. Here's our final 3. Iroh, May and Ty Lee. Here's our who's voting who. This is a tough one. Let's start with Jet. Jet's not voting Iroh. Is he? Yeah, I think he's too blinded.
He will never vote for a Bender.
Jet could vote Ty Lee.
He could, but Tyler's not a Bender, right? She's just a cheap blocker.
Yeah.
All right.
Does Jet care about strategy and awarding the? Because remember, May's played the best game here.
May has played an incredible game. I think Jet will at least appreciate the fact that May had 2 idols.
Jet is blinded. May's definitely making all stars when we do that. She's worked her way into all stars.
Can you imagine what it's gonna be like when May and Janora work together? Or what?
I don't know.
Throw Connie in there.
Yeah, that's a strong alliance.
All Stars is gonna be
And
All Stars is gonna be just women dominating the game.
I mean, obviously, yeah. That's who's Jet voting for? So May or Ty Lee? We'll come back to that. Who's Katara voting for?
Iroh? Wait. Well, okay. Keep in mind, Iroh won 3 immunities. Iroh was a challenge beast.
I mean, I don't think Katara cares about that.
No, she wouldn't actually.
Who's Ozai voting for? I think May, right? Because May orchestrated the fire.
I think he'll appreciate May's games.
And I don't think he's not for bros with Iroh. So okay, Ozai votes for May.
Yes.
Okay, Suki.
Ty Lee. Even though Ty Lee betrayed her, I think she'll still go with Ty Lee because I don't think she'll vote for May or actually.
Yeah. No, I don't think.
Oh, this is such a weird final 3.
This is a weird final 3.
But you got to see though, if there was anyone but Fire Nation, it wouldn't even be a question.
Yeah. So I think it was definitely the smartest move for all the Fire Nation. I don't know if they would have been cohesive enough to do this, but this is what happened. Who does Aang vote her? We'll come back to Suki. Aang.
Iroh.
Yeah. Sokka.
Ooh.
Sokka votes probably May.
Sokka votes May. Yeah.
Sokka thinks he's like this big strategic mind and wants to.
And he'll appreciate the strategic mind.
Yeah, he wants to come across like that. Sokka votes May. Okay.
Does Zhao vote May?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Even though he tried to get rid of her so many times.
Yeah, but I don't think he's vindictive like that. Zhao's just too perfect. He would obviously vote for the best player.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you like Zhao?
Obviously I like Zhao. Who's Zuko voting for? May. I mean,
May or he'll. Well, think about it. It's actually in Zuko's best interest because if May wins the money.
Yeah, so they split, right? He's not voting for his uncle. He's voting for May. Jet, Suki are left, and Katara. So unless they all vote for Iroh, then May wins. So
how many votes does May have? 4.
4.
So just convince me of one more person to vote for May, and she wins the game.
Well, we should still play it out, but
True.
Suki, Jet, Katara. I mean, there's a world in Katara which Katara votes Iroh. Jet's not voting Iroh though, so May wins. But let's quickly play it out. So Jet votes, let's say May, sure.
Let's just say May.
Yeah. Katara could vote Iroh. That's who Aang's voting for. So let's say they vote together.
Mm-hmm.
And then Suki votes for either Ty Lee or May, probably.
Let's say Ty Lee for Ty Lee's sake.
Sure. I mean, who knows who Suki's voting for? She's just absurd. So May gets
4-3-1.
5-2-1.
5-2-1.
May wins. Avatar, Survivor Ember Islands.
Fire versus water versus earth.
In which fire was probably the biggest 6-tribe domination ever.
It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was truly a great game of Survivor. The fans will hate it, but it was a great game of Survivor.
So what do you think? What do you?
It's the Redemption Island of Survivor.
I mean, who's coming back for All Stars? May.
Okay, May definitely.
And I don't know who else. No one really played that well. I think you could
Okay,
make an argument if we're doing heroes villains. I think Zhao is definitely coming back.
I think Zhao played it.
Zhao?
Can our All Stars be heroes villains?
We were talking about that with someone on. So
But we've had
don't
so
have
few
yeah.
villains
We
make it
just
to
do.
the
We could do
merge.
like villains versus villains versus like a 3 tribe with 1 tribe as villains. We could try that
Villains, anti-heroes, heroes.
or
Ooh.
something like that. So I think
Mhm.
May is coming back. Zhao is coming back. I don't know other than that.
Sokka played a good game.
This is what I meant. No one here is really a brilliant mastermind. Like we turned May into one, but like, is she really? It would
Yes!
depend if she was motivated or not. I think
Okay, Iroh's got to come back. He won 3 challenges. Suki won 2.
Iroh could come back, sure. Okay, so let us know what you thought of the result of Avatar Ember Island or Survivor Ember Island. What's the hashtag for this podcast?
Hashtag wow Zhao.
Well, no, we didn't say that though. You can't just like come up
It's
with
got to be something we actually
you can't
said.
just like come up with a phrase because
I'm new to this.
you've listened to podcasts before.
I know I've listened to podcasts before. That's how I got here.
So you have to know that that's how that works. I mean, we haven't done hashtags that long.
Okay, hashtag.
What's something we said during the podcast that was somewhat clever?
I think I said smoochy smoochy at one point.
No, that's okay. I mean, something involving May, but we don't want to give away the winner.
May the force be... Oh, no, wait, we didn't say that. We should. Why didn't we say may the force be with you?
Because it's not. I mean, it's like April. That's why.
But May.
Okay, let us know. Here's the hashtag. You send either hashtag Team Iroh, Team May, or Team Tylee was who you would have voted for in the final 3.
There we go.
Team Iroh, Team May, Team Tylee, and let us know that you got to the end. More people get to the end of these than I thought. I will say that. This isn't one of the longer ones, though. So coming up next on the Survivors, whenever we do this, is Survivor Adventure Time, probably.
Woohoo!
There's a lot of location possibilities for that one, and a lot of characters, so that'll be interesting.
Oh boy.
And eventually we'll be back for All Stars, in which we'll have characters from all of these. So let us
Did
know.
we ever cement what our 5th one was, or are we still discussing
I can't remember. We had an idea, but yeah. I want to
Yeah.
do 5 before All Stars, so we'll do another one after this, and then we'll see.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Justin Cummings, Dylan Nice, and you can get our media accounts and stuff, overlyanimated.com. This ad-free podcast was brought to you by our patrons. You can support us on patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to Shayna, Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, and Catherine, aka Hey Nephew, Mitch, and I receive Beach Exchange, Nathan, William, Buzz Like Your Mailman, Richard, Johnny Brown, Brian, and Cookie Cat. For other podcasts, I think I'll be releasing this like Tuesday-ish, and the next one will be this week's Steven Universe Roundtable. And I think that's it. And then we'll be discussing Powerpuff Girls around then too. Thanks for listening, guys. Last comments, Justin?
All the announcement this week, I've been hyped, man.
The
Hype.
announcement for
Like-
Steven Universe.
Like Steven Universe and the children's book and the Voltron stuff and just everything.
That's
man.
not
I'm
due
hyped.
this week. That's just us starting to plan our Voltron. More
I'm
now.
just hyped, man.
More
We're
news
finally
on-
getting on a roll with cartoons. So
It's great. Yeah, we'll have new episodes of Steven Universe. Thanks for listening. And Avatar-wise, I guess this counts as an Avatar podcast. We're still looking forward to the core comics coming out this fall, apparently, right? So
they are a thing. Yes.
yeah, that'll be good. Thanks for listening, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.